She didn't leave her baby because she stopped loving him. It was just that the instinct to survive was more ruthless than motherhood. People only see one thing. She abandoned her child. And people get angry enough to judge, angry enough to convict. But if you could step inside her body, you would see something else. A young mother, exhausted to the point where there was no room left for love. She was a female monkey, pregnant for the first time. She hadn't even learned what it meant to be a mother, and she was already forced to become one. And she carried that pregnancy through a brutal summer. The heat pressed on her back like stone. Her throat burned dry every moment. Her body felt drained, wrung out. Even breathing was work, and still she had to live. Still she had to carry another life inside her. That night, the air was so stifling it felt thick. And then labor began. A difficult birth. Pain that stretched and stretched. Pain so long her vision darkened. Pain so hard her whole body shook like it might tear apart. But she still tried. Like so many mothers, she still tried. And finally, the newborn slipped out of her body. A breath. A moment of sudden lightness. She looked down, and for one brief second, motherhood appeared, like the last beam of light before a lamp goes out. She reached down, stroked the baby's face, gentle, soft, as if saying, "There you are." But her arm was heavy after the hard birth. She touched him and felt him lying still, not moving, not responding. She nudged him lightly, still. Nudged again, a little harder, still. And inside her head, a thought burst out, ugly, raw, panicked. What the hell is this? Because she had endured too much to bring him into the world. And if what she got in return was only a motionless body, then what was all that pain for? Love hadn't even had time to grow before fear crushed it. Fear began drawing the worst pictures. He's weak. He's dying. He will drag me down with him. And when a creature is exhausted to the edge, there is no space left for calm. There is only space left for survival. She looked at him again. Still no movement. Fear turned into anger, and anger turned into something harsher. Rejection. Not because the baby deserved it, but because he became proof that she suffered, and it might have been for nothing. Inside her, the cruelest sentences rose. Sentences a mother shouldn't think. Why did I have to give birth to you? I did everything I could, and you still lie there? Sometimes hatred is the brain's way of protecting itself from the feeling of failure. She was just a young mother, inexperienced. No one taught her how to be one. In that exhaustion, she couldn't understand he was only weak. All she could see was danger, a burden. And instinct spoke, cold as an order. Leave. Not leave because love was gone. Leave because if she stayed, she might die. She stood up. Her legs were soft. Her belly cramped with pain. Her breath burned hot. She dragged herself forward, step by step. She didn't look back. Not because she was strong, but because if she looked back, she might return. And if she returned, she might die. She wanted to forget everything connected to the baby. Forget the tiny face lying still. Forget the feeling of touching him and getting nothing back. She was too tired. The only thing that mattered now was keeping herself alive. Everything else was secondary. She walked, and inside her head there was nothing. No emotion, no images, no "I am a mother." Only one thing pounding like a drum over and over: survive. She didn't even know what she had just done. She only knew if she stopped, she would collapse. And she was not allowed to collapse. If you were her child, you would hate her down to the bone, because abandonment is the easiest crime to see. But if you were her, a body drained by summer, torn open by a brutal birth, you would understand this. Sometimes love doesn't die. It's just pushed out of the body by survival. So what is she, really? Pitiful or hateful? A mother who leaves her baby because she's afraid of dying? Is she heartless? Or is she a creature forced to the final edge of instinct? She is gone, but the question remains. If you had to choose between being a mother and surviving, what would you choose?